Welcome back to Hers and Hers. I'm Tay.
I am Nik.
And we're here with Kei.
Boop, 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 boop.
What up, what up?
You want to take a second to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, what up? I'm Kei Henderson, Kei like to adore. I grew up here, but I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. But I've been here for like a really long time, so you can say I'm from here. And yeah, I've been in music for about 11 years, too long. And I am into other, adventures like home goods, furniture, art, architecture, design, interior design, helping friends find art, which are hobbies that have always been of interest to me, but are just now coming to the forefront in my life.
Nice.
But I'll always be in music because I just love music so much.
We're definitely going to get into that furniture, interior design background in a minute, but
I got me drinking at 2:00.
Yeah, okay, so we're drinking, y'all, as usual.
You already know our vibes.
And so we curated a special drink for Kei. We kind of did a little bit of research, but obviously not enough, because I made a grapefruit white wine spritzer.
It's actually really good and
with the rosemary.
It's actually
garnish.
tasty though.
Kei doesn't like grapefruit, neither does Nik, but
it's not
they
bad.
in here drinking it. Let me tell y'all.
But yeah, y'all don't understand.
It's
There's
tasty.
a gun to our backs right now. So
Yeah, I feel like I'm being held hostage.
Tay has 2 guns to our backs.
They closed the door. He said it only closes from the inside.
You said
which is
grapefruit
weird.
or
I
else?
feel like I'm a good salesperson. I pitched it very well. They bit.
You could definitely sell me some ice. For sure.
You can tell me some ice.
You sell some ice to an Eskimo girl.
So the reason I picked this is because I did go to your Instagram and I saw that you were holding a glass of wine on more than one occasion.
Oh,
it was
wow.
white wine. And that's why I had to ask, just to make sure. I had to ask to make sure, and you confirmed it for me. And then I kind of pulled something from Pinterest that I felt like was perfect.
No, I love rosemary and drinks. So you like 70% nailed it.
Okay, 70% is good. What is that, like
the
a
herbs
C?
in the drinks is
A
so
D?
Like a C. It might be a strong D.
Listen,
I'll take a strong D.
and a Negro like me is gonna take a C. C for correct. You lead to the correct location to graduate this class. That's exactly what C means.
C is plenty.
Yeah. Okay.
Plenty to graduate.
So this episode is all about embracing change, and that's why we felt like Kei was the perfect guest to have on. As you all heard earlier, Kei is a person who is interested in many things and follows those passions wherever they take her.
We like to call those the Jill of all trades.
Yes,
Jill of
Jill.
all trades.
The Jill of all
Yes.
trades?
Yeah, like they say Jack of all trades.
But what if I'm
Oh,
a
'cause
they?
the Jill
What if I'm
can-
non-binary?
Oh, are you a they?
I'm not. I was just
Okay, just gotta check. You gotta ask people their pronouns.
Apparently. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm trying to embrace that change.
Yeah, that's something that I'm working on too. I feel like I have a couple of homies who are non-binary, so I've been trying to be
Nice.
better about asking people their pronouns, but I also want to be, I want to make sure that I'm not putting people in like danger, because
Yeah,
I feel like,
master of all trades.
True.
I think.
Master of all trades sounds.
Yeah.
yeah,
Then
so
that's kind of slavey.
Well,
It's okay.
a facilitator. of
You
all
can't
trades.
please everybody.
yeah. Okay, so we did, we have a couple questions lined up for you, and then we'll just kind of let it flow from there. You said you were in the music industry, and then you kind of have not necessarily transitioned, but started to embrace some of your other passions, such as interior design, helping your friends find art. Mm-hmm. How has your career in the music industry played a role in your passion for art and your love of furniture?
Yep. So I would say, honestly, when you work in music business, and most people that are, find some success in music understand that like it takes 5 to 7 years really before you start to see any real money, right? And I think I was working for like 7 or 8 years for free before I started to see like, oh, I can take care of myself now off of the music business.
Wow.
And so it's a lot of hustle, it's a lot of grinding, it's a lot of like missing family occasions like Thanksgiving and family reunions, birthdays and things like that. But it took a lot of like kind of reaching success and then being like probably the most depressed I had been in my life. For me to like kind of sit down and sit still. Like I had to go through loss. I had to go through trauma for me to like sit still and kind of focus in on what I'm interested in outside of music, because I was feeling like music was making me a person that I'm actually not. Like, at some points in 2019, my family would just be like, yo, you're kind of unrecognizable right now. I'm not sure who you are. I didn't know who I was.
Wow.
And that's like a real life story. Me and my mom are like very, very close. And one day she said to me, like, I just don't know you anymore, or at all, because, you know, all I was doing was working, not really taking care of myself, and thinking that money would solve everything. And as most people know, money solves nothing, right? I thought once I got the money, I'd be happy, but it was like, no, I'm still very depressed. I'd come home from tour and want to sleep for a month, not leave my room, things like that. So yeah, long story short is like, you know, 2019 was like probably the roughest year of my life that forced me to sit down. And in that time that I had to like sit down, like along with like grieving and healing, I took some time to like figure out, okay, if I don't want to do music anymore, let's say I don't, like hypothetically, what am I going to do? And as a child, I wanted to be an architect. I remember being in shop class and building bridges and building buildings out of these little sticks. And that was my most fascinating class to me. I always thought that that was so cool. And Legos was my favorite toy growing up. So I was like, yeah, you know, I've always been into design, right? Or architecture.
Putting things together.
A builder, which I build in music, but there's other ways to build too. So anyway, what's that?
That's very dope, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, once I had a chance to like sit down, or I was forced to sit down, you know, the universe wanted me to have a seat. It kind of started.
And was that the pandemic, or was that just like?
No, so I had lost a friend that was very close to me, to suicide, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, I lost like the biggest client I had ever had in my life, and that all, you know, so that all happened in 1 month, right?
Oh my goodness.
And after that, you know, I went to Cleveland, which is kind of like my reset point. It's like the place I was born. My grandmother still lives in the house that I came home to from the hospital as an infant. And so I go there to like recharge. I went there. I actually did a reading with a medium. My friend gifted me this really great reading. And the medium actually told me, she was like, you know, you've accomplished a lot in music, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing that that's not going to be your end all be all. Like, you're going to do something in the creative world. You're going to do something in the creative field. And this was before I had even, you know, set my mind on, exploring that more. She was like, you know, the ancestors are showing me something with design and colors and feng shui and staging. And so I started, you know, buying books on staging and architecture, you know, once I got back from Cleveland. But yeah, it was like really on some, you know, the universe has a way of like pointing you to the direction you're supposed to go in. And that's what happened with me kind of finding my way into like design stuff.
So music just kind of like led you there in a way.
Music did lead me there. Music,
sometimes that's how it is, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to find one passion to open up a door for something else that you might be passionate about. I think that's pretty cool, though. That's pretty dope. Like, how do you feel about like like navigating like as a woman in like a male dominated industry? Like, how was that for you?
Oh my God.
'Cause I feel like that would have been a lot of mental stress.
Was or is?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I've been almost unintentional about working with more women since separating from my biggest client. And I say unintentional because it's not something I'm doing purposefully, but more women are finding me and more women are coming to me to work in like the music space. Dealing with men is hard, and I don't want to like categorize like men as like all of them are the same.
Yeah.
Because there are some men that are in touch with their feminine who understand how to speak to women, how to treat women, how to respect women.
Yeah, there's balance for sure.
There's balance. There's some that know who they are and have found that. Yeah. But in general, the music business is full of dick swinging egos.
Oh yeah.
And I don't swing my dick. I don't need to. Like, you know, it's just it's in you, not on you. And so, you know, I find myself kind of just being like, over it, like dealing with a lot of different personalities. But that's just the nature of the music business, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like most industries, honestly.
Yeah.
All industries.
Male dominant.
They're male dominant, exactly.
Yeah.
The women are
Breathing, literally.
bottom of the totem pole, and then we're black, and then I'm gay, and it's like, okay. It's a lot.
Do you have anything that you practice daily that just kind of like keeps you like in a good headspace?
Okay, so besides like spending time with my dogs,
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 terriers. They're beautiful boys. Jack Russell Terrier and a Wheaton Terrier.
That's so cute.
Henry and Ralph. Yeah, they're
Henry and
Oh my god!
Those are my guys.
Oh my god! They sound like those are like cobbler names. Like,
Yeah.
they live in like a cute ass little cottage.
That's so cute. You know, one day I want to have them like their own dog house that's like plush, like a greenhouse, but it's theirs.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I spend a lot of time with them, but I'm not disciplined enough to do something every single day. I wish I was. I'd be honest, like I'm a lazy Leo. But
I mean, you got that little Taurus in there too. Like,
yeah,
Aquarius.
they be napping.
napping. I like to relax. I'm a professional relaxer. Like I'm really good at that.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
Certified relax.
yeah. I have. I do meditate sometimes, or I'll take a walk and be outside. I like being outside. Like being outside recharges me, which I think is a natural thing. It's like when you're outside with the sun.
We were talking about this the last
Earth.
time. Like Black people, like we really require a lot of like vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
So sunlight is really like a recharger for us. That's crazy.
Packs. Yeah, I'll just lay on my patio for like 20 minutes and take a nap.
Yeah, nice.
That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The sun, I really do feel like Black people are like of the sun. I feel like
1000%.
it definitely
That's how our hair
recharges
grows.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna
Grows
say
towards
our
the sun.
hair grows towards the sun, the way our skin reacts to it, everything. It's just like we really need that to just kind of like stay. I feel like sane, honestly.
Facts.
No. Yes.
Being vitamin D deficient can really have you thinking that you're depressed.
Bro, I've been
That
throwing
is
up and
a fact.
crying with this fall weather and stuff. I keep walking outside like, again, Jesus.
I feel like it would be fine
I
if
like
it
the
was
fall,
chilly.
though. I
I
thought the
love
globe
the
was
fall.
warming.
The rain is what
The rain bums.
really is
Right.
the problem for me.
Bro, one thing, if you're going to be raining, don't you ever be cold. Don't you the audacity. Like, what, boots and sweats, nigga?
Right.
Nigga, what?
Very
Are
warm.
we moving a body?
Right.
Why am I dressing like this? I'm like, I hate this shit.
That's usually what I wear when I move bodies. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Boots and sweats.
Typically
Yeah.
boots.
I prefer J. Crew. In the HCG.
Right.
So transitioning out of the music industry,
Well, don't say out of, because I'm not
or
out of.
transitioning from being a music manager. Well,
yeah,
you
she
still
dipped
are a
the
music
toe.
manager.
Mm-hmm.
She had a few toes.
Key is doing everything, so there's no transitioning out of here, but transitioning to
Transitioning into.
being a music exec
I like to call that
from
a-
being a music manager.
Like expanding into
Oh,
a different
that.
position.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like so going from just being a manager to being like a label runner.
Yeah, and talk about your label too.
Well, that's funny
If you
because there's
can.
some changes going on there too.
Okay.
But, that transition is weird. So like being a manager, like you,
Do you like change?
I love change.
Okay.
In certain things.
Yeah.
Because I'm also very particular.
You said it too quick. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I'm the person that like comes in if my keys are in my pocket and I accidentally go upstairs with my keys in my pocket. I'm like, no. I have to go back downstairs and
yeah.
put my keys on the thing.
So you have a routine to your madness. Like there's a method to your madness.
Yeah, for sure, 1000%. But I do try to embrace changes. I feel like
Try
changing.
to go with the flow of the.
Yeah, changing of my like space makes me feel like I have a new apartment or a new condo. Like those kinds of changes are like okay,
moving
this
your
is what I need.
furniture around
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I
yeah,
love
okay.
shit like that.
Okay.
But so going from being just a manager to like being running a label is way harder than I would have imagined. I've learned so much about what I don't want to do in the process of like going from just being a manager to a label runner is like it's a lot of work. Like it's way more work than I had anticipated or I think that we anticipated as managers. Because while we were doing everything before and we're still doing everything, now it comes down to we're doing everything, but we also have to be financially conscious when we create. And I don't like that.
And you and your partners are all managers transitioning into.
Right. Transitioning
Label
into
owners.
being label owners.
Do
Right.
you
Okay.
do it by yourself or do you have an assistant at least?
So I have one person that's like, I don't want to call her an assistant. She's more like a manager in training.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is
Mati.
Maisha. She's from Delaware. She's from Delaware. She went to Howard. She's amazing. She's a hustler. But she keeps me on point with everything regarding ASEAN.
Okay, and that's the artist that you're currently.
Yeah, I run point mostly on
Okay.
ASEAN. She's on the front side of Motown. So our deal is like a joint venture where we can, partner with Motown,
I would just listen to
get a
the old
budget,
Motown
whatever.
artists too. That's so dope.
Yeah, I love Motown.
Little Stevie Wonder.
A lot of the reason we partnered with Motown was because it was such a legacy
Yeah,
legacy
definitely.
label, like a Black legacy label, and it's run by a Black woman. Like all those things matter
Absolutely.
to both, me, Barry, and Zeke. Like working with Black women, empowering Black women, Black people, and actually being about development. Because a lot of labels, not a lot, because there are some labels that are developing acts from like baby ground level, like LVRN and QC. But in general, major labels don't do that, and we wanted to be very clear. Like that's what we want to do. We want to take people from A all the way to Z. But it's a harder process when you're running the label, managing, you're creative directing.
Yeah,
Like you're literally wearing all the fucking hats. Yeah, it's too much. And it's definitely been very hard to like see a profit in that business model.
Yeah, because you're constantly. I mean, I can only assume that you're constantly just like everything you pull in has to go like directly back into that artist and making sure that they get to that next level.
Yeah.
Because A to Z, that's a long way.
No, like that's one
we've
thing.
made $0.
Yeah, that's one thing too with like Motown. Like Motown was so big on like artist development back in the day that they used to. That's why they used to pump out such good ass artists.
Yeah.
So a lot of like,
and that's why artists had more longevity.
Yeah, like Diana Ross and Supremes, all of them, they weren't playing about that.
Right. Yeah, they were in vocal lessons, choreography
media
classes,
training,
media
all
training,
types of stuff.
And that's all things that we do with our talent. Neomza, even though she's an amazing singer, she did vocal lessons. Azian, she can dance naturally as a Black girl, but she's in choreography classes. So it's like all those little things.
That's what I like about it. That you guys have that like old school type of vibe to where you guys are really good with polishing talent. Yeah. And I think a lot of people think like that's what our generation is. We're so big on prioritizing raw talent, like giving everybody a chance. But that's what separates us from older artists because they actually had that, that actual like foot in their ass about if you want to be an artist, this is what it really takes.
This is what it really takes.
You know what I'm saying? It really takes like you perfecting your craft and honing in on that, which is what like people. You need to praise Beyonce a little bit more for that because that's why like her father was not playing around with.
Yeah, non-Beyonce fans, non-Beyonce fans actually concern me.
Yeah, because like how do you?
It takes a lot.
Like, how
to
are
be
you
Beyonce.
not Hive?
Yeah, how are you
like,
not?
Excuse me?
What the fuck?
And even if you're not Hive, like how do you just not have like
the artistry, bro?
So
just
much
the respect for the artistry, bro.
Well, you know what? I don't think people understand how much it takes and what it takes to be that.
Yeah.
Level,
Yeah, Janet Jackson understands because she's at that level. Toni Braxton gets it because she's at that level. But like, it takes so many hours of work, and sacrifice to get to a Beyonce level. Like, you don't have a life for a great piece of your life.
Yeah, your life literally becomes making sure that you're
they had her running on the
good so that you can entertain.
I hate talking to people when I'm running. Like, I'm at the gym working out. I'm like, don't talk to me. I can't breathe.
Singing.
And she's in heels, running, singing.
Like,
I'm not doing nothing in heels.
I mean, it does sound like a little
She's a monster.
Yeah, a little wonky with the level of work, but that's really honestly what it takes to get to that level of success, and depending on what you want to do career wise. So that's I'm just like.
I think the superstar is dying.
Y'all.
There's not a lot of artists that I look at today where I'm like,
to put in the work.
They on life support right now.
I think SZA might be possibly.
I was gonna say Doja Cat
category.
I probably say Doja Cat, Tierra Whack.
I love Tierra Whack.
Yeah, I probably say Doja Cat, Tierra Whack. I'm trying to think who else. Cardi B has gone crazy. Lizzo. Cardi B, Lizzo, Doja Cat. I'm trying to think who else might be up there.
They also have crazy ass budgets too.
Yeah, I was gonna say all of the people that you just named, probably minus Tierra Whack, but I don't know what her budget's looking like.
Tierra Whack
she seems like she has a pretty decent.
She's such a talent.
Yeah,
she probably like the Interscope building is probably like, all right, we're willing to wait some time.
Yeah, she doesn't have a Doja budget though. I feel like with some stuff, I feel like she does. I don't know. I feel like she has access.
I just haven't seen it yet. She might have the access, and we just may not have.
Yeah, that's what I probably say.
I don't know. That next album probably gonna be like.
It's probably gonna be crazy. That first.
I still listen to that 15-minute Whack World album. I listen to that almost every day. That's like I put that on when I need to get ready really quickly in the morning.
She's the female version of Tyler the Creator. Like the way that she's built her brand. It's special. Like you can't duplicate that.
She had me so intrigued that I literally followed everybody from her team because I just wanted to know who had hands in like curating. Who had hands? And she has an older like Asian. She's an older Asian woman, like stylist, and she snaps. Like an older lady. She's probably like 50 or 60 years old, and she goes crazy with styling her.
Her styling is always on point.
Literally.
Shout out to Tierra Whack.
Yeah, definitely. So. I feel like we had an original question. We may have lost it.
Did we have a question and I didn't answer it? Did I go on a tangent?
No, the original question was basically like how is the transition going?
Okay.
With you
I answered it.
So we answered it. Okay.
Yeah, she answered it.
Cool.
You got any questions, Nick?
Those were the ones that I really had because I was like the whole process of like the transition were really dope. But and then you answered my question about like just I had this one question about Motown. Like, how does that feel to be a part of such like a legacy like label, like you know what I'm saying, like just to have that in proximity, like you literally that's just so cool.
Well, you know, a part of it.
Not to sound like a fan, but I'm an older person. Like I'm literally.
You're an old lady.
I'm 68 years old in my body right now.
If you've been to her house, you know. She's 68 years old.
I literally exfoliate well. Because like once I read about that, I was like, man, that is cool as hell.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I realized how cool it was until I told my grandmother. Like,
she's excited like me.
Yeah, like I was like, yeah, Grandma, you know, we got a label, we have a joint venture with Motown. She said, Motown?
She said, what?
Grandma said, hold on, you doing big things.
You made her get up. She got up from the furniture to plastic furniture. She was like, hold on.
Nah, my grandma don't do the plastic furniture.
Rustling around.
I am dying. So let's flop back to the interior design. You have a furniture showroom, second bedroom.
Yes, at the
Tell
Goat
us
Farm.
a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my space is at the Goat Farm currently, but I am in transition to a Black-owned space, a Black woman-owned space.
Wait, I did not know the Goat Farm was not Black-owned.
No, girl, what?
Have you been there?
No, it's cool. They're cool.
Definitely cool, but
for providing a space and a platform, but they're not Black. And I am one of those people that's like, is it Black owned? And I was one of those people pre-pandemic too. I don't want nobody to get it fucked up.
Yeah, true to this. I know this.
Yeah, I like to support my people. But yeah, my space is at the Goat Farm. It's, initially it was supposed to be like a showroom for, furniture and then art. So different artists send me, paintings or different pieces to display on like consignment. And then once it's sold, I give the artist their money and I retain like a small, like, not agency, but showroom fee. And it's been going great. Like, so we did the one pop-up with the cleaners, which is Brittany. Yeah. Shout out to Brittany.
That's fire.
It went really well. And then that's in my mind. I was like, okay, I like the idea of storefront. So I've been just kind of in the, behind the scenes figuring out like what's the next move for second bedroom. Cause I want to take it to that next level the right way. And I'm working on my own time. Cause that's what I've been doing with second bedrooms. Like I don't have a whole lot of time to put into it cause it doesn't make me money. It doesn't pay the bills, but it satisfies me. I can go there and just be happy.
It's good to have a passion that you don't have to always monetize.
Yeah.
Just something that you're, actually passionate about. And I love how you call yourself an interior A&R.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Somebody else,
cool.
I think, said that for me, and I was like, I like that.
No, that's literally, y'all need to make some t-shirts. That's fire. I like that. That's so
Somebody
dope.
else called me Key Opens Doors. I didn't call myself that.
Wait.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Our name is Keisha from Detroit. Shout out Keisha.
That's an amazing name to give someone.
Yeah.
No, we need that
wow.
on the t-shirt
I think because I was doing it, and then she was like, and the clips were popping around that time. She went to Clark, and she was like, yo, you need to go by Key Opens Doors. I said, damn, that's fire. You're right.
That's the one.
No, that's really like, you. Hopefully they're, living okay, but you definitely need to get rid of that person if you get any more famous, though, because no copyright infringement. Like,
yo, she's dark.
Yeah. Gotta be the end
She's
of you.
a Gemini.
Like, yeah. Like, thank you, friend. It's a great idea, friend.
She's not.
Later. Have some
honestly, that's why I love having her as my co-host. Because I feel like I just be chilling and she'll just come out of nowhere with just.
She's like, yeah, you
very
got to get rid of that
energy.
trend.
Expeditiously.
You always need somebody like that.
You
on
watch
your
Dexter?
Team.
I don't watch Dexter, but you know what's so wild? My mom lives for Dexter.
Dexter is
and it used to scare me when I was.
I love serial killers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very fascinated by them.
I'm also like really big on true crime too. My mom used to love it to the point where I'm like, "Mommy, turn it off. It scares me." But now,
that's all I watch.
But now,
I watch that for comfort.
Yo, I put it in the background.
I'm eating soup. I'm watching
background.
Snap.
I watch it to look out for personality types because when I see a weird motherfucker, I be like, that person might be killing people.
That's a true crime.
Let me, bro. Right? When I hang out with my younger siblings, I be like, "Wait, you said your friend killed a dog before?"
Right? They took it apart.
I be like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Watch out for that, friend.
I'm gonna pick you up from school later.
That was perfect.
Wait, what'd you drop that?
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah. Facts. This is a sick Negro. I love that.
No.
Yeah, that's the perfect clip. When I saw that, I was like, we need that on the show because we're all about women's empowerment over here. And whenever we're talking about the sick Negroes, that drop right there is just
what's that from?
I don't even know what it's from. I just saw it on
Twitter. Dr. Umar? I need to find that.
It's not Dr. Umar.
No, that's amazing.
It's like a gentleman who's dressed in all black. He has on like a black, kind of like, he looks like a Black Panther, but he might not be. And it's literally just that clip. It's like, this is a sick Negro. And someone put it under something of someone being, Twitter dudes super horny. Someone just threw it up under
the
there.
Super horny Joe? The memes, my favorite is the one where they have the dog.
So horny.
They be the horny dog and they be like, too horny, bonk.
Honestly, it makes me nervous.
The amount of horniness?
On Twitter? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Niggas literally wake up like 8
like y'all just openly horny like
niggas be up at 8 a.m. like, oh, good time to eat some booty. I be like, nigga, have you had breakfast or brushed your teeth?
No,
nigga wake up, put their fitted on, and just get on Twitter.
Nah, but you got to take it to Twitter when you not getting it in real life. No, I just learned about it's called an incel, where men are involuntarily celibate. Because they just do things that are just unattractive and they don't understand why they can't.
I'm crying. So this whole time I've been saying nig cells to represent black incels, and you did not know that what nig cells meant?
I had no idea. I just found out about that word like a month ago.
Nigga.
This is a sick Negro.
The niggas who stormed the Capitol was a mix of those and then angrier niggas who get coochie but hate their wives. Literally.
Hold on.
Literally.
The Proud Boys.
Okay, we've gone too far. We're over here talking about embracing change.
And being horny on Twitter.
Yes. Let's embrace that change. Let's stop being horny on Twitter. That is a change I would love to see.
Not today, though. Y'all can be like me and just start tomorrow. Next week, I promise, Tay. I got it.
Well, honestly, that's all I have for the day. Do you have anything else?
I feel like that was basically it. I kind of wanted to hear a little bit more about how excited your grandma was about Motown. But I'm sure I'll see her later at bingo. So it's whatever. I'll just catch up with her later.
So thank you so much, Kei, for coming and joining us on Hers and Hers today.
For sure.
We super appreciate you, and hopefully we can have you back.
Tell people where to follow you on social media as well.
Oh yes, Kei opens doors everywhere.
Oh, tell them how to spell it.
And KEI.
Yes, please.
Opens doors.
Get it right.
You can't get doors right then.
Second bedroom is 2NDBDRM. Kind of sounds like one of those BDSM type of things.
Yeah, I'm into it.
A little sus.
It's okay.
I wasn't horny when I thought of it.
Are you sure?
This is a sick Negro.
You brought it up. Not us.
That's how I know it's Cap. She was like, wasn't horny though.
Right. Why did I say
wasn't
that?
horny, but thought about BDSM.
But the BDSM thing was like, sus.
All right, I'm Tay.
Nik, you all guys already know. Tay, Nikki, Tay Sick Thoughts, Nik Space. Kei opens doors for this week's guest.
Yep.
Make sure y'all follow us, like, subscribe, comment, and give us some criticism. We want to know what y'all think about us.
Yeah, please be mean to us.
It helps us get better.
The negativity fuels me.
Be positive to me. I would like positive, constructive criticism.
Well. Yes, a little bit of that as well.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm a little more sensitive. Okay, bye, y'all.
This was good. Thank you.
Thank you.